By continuing the earlier sheet, now we are going to deal with some inbuilt function. So what is inbuilt function? There are lots of function which are already inbuilt our Visual Basic like Excel. Suppose here is my name, Vital Jain. Then I'm going to use the left function here, left. Okay, so how many character do you want? First, can you see that here is our C1 style is operating? Please disable it first. Go to file menu, go to option, formula, uncheck it, click OK. Now use left. So here is our text. We are going to extract 5 character, close parentheses, then enter. You can see my name is here. Okay, now let's do this activity, same activity in our VBA. So delete this. Now I'm telling there is some inbuilt function in VBA. Press Alt F11. So delete this code. Now use, I'm defining the variable a7, my value equal to range, range a7 dot value. So I have defined my variable. Now press F8 to run it. Now see my value is Vikal Jain. Stop it. Now I'm going to use the left formula. So range is this time we are going to use our formula in B7 open parentheses B7 dot value equal to, now use your left function, left open parentheses C, same argument here, string is here value. So my value is my string now, and length as long means how many characters do you want to extract? I want to extract 5 character, close parentheses, then 1. Now see the answer. Perfect. Let's try some more example. Let's try some upper, lower, and proper case. So here is the range. Just copy. Again, I'm going to cheat. Copy and paste. Here now I'm going to use upper formula, but see here is not the formula of upper. You have to use the U case. U case. Open parentheses. Now it is asking for string my value. So delete this. Now run through F8 key. Step by step. F8, F8, F8. See my value is Vikal Jain. Press F8. Okay. F8. So we have done something wrong. And do you know what we have done wrong? See, we have just replaced our value, existing value. So if we want to store this value also, then we can define another variable. So here is some inbuilt function list for your instance. So using left, right, mid, U case, L case. There is no proper case exists in DVB. Let's try Vlookup now. So close it. Let's prepare the data for Vlookup. Delete all this, delete. Now A B C D E F G H 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now enter the value here G. Now try VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, comma. Your table is this, comma. What is your column index number? 1 2. Okay, 2, comma. I'm using the exact match. 0, close parentheses, then enter. See, my value is here 7. Do you know what why? Because the G value is here 7. Let's change it to C. Let's F O. Now try the VLOOKUP in our VBA. So press Alt F11. Now try copy. Sorry, Control Z, Control V, VLOOKUP. So now try. Let's store this value this time in my variable. Sorry, in my variable this value D1. Copy this. See, a good programmer always cheats. So Control V, G1, 1. Ah, perfect. Now try VLOOKUP where we are going to try E1. Copy this, paste it here. E1. Now try VLOOKUP. We look up. What? VLOOKUP is not working? See, let me show you. Value is VLOOKUP will not work here. Why? Because VLOOKUP is not the inbuilt function in VB. We have to use the application dot worksheet function property to use the VB. So how can we use it to use the VLOOKUP? So delete this. Now we are going to use the application property. Application. There are only 10 to 12 formula which is inbuilt in VBA. Now if we use the application property, then there will be more than 250 formulas. So application. Now worksheet function. So this is the property to bring the formula of Excel in VBA. Now dot. Now see, here we have so much of function which is in VBA. And if we talk about VLOOKUP, then here is your VLOOKUP. So click this. Now it is perfect. Range E1 value application dot worksheet function. This is the necessary part. You have to gram it. Okay, open parentheses. Now see, it is showing our 4 arguments. But remember, whenever you are using the application property, then it is not going to show you the proper syntax which we use in Excel. Here Excel we have lookup value, range lookup, table array, column index number, but here we don't have any syntax. Here we have argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4. So what is the argument 1? Argument 1 is lookup value. Lookup value is this one. my value. Okay, now what's your second argument? Table array, which is what is your table? A1, 2, B8. See, you can't refer your range like this. A1 to B8. You can't refer like this. You have to use the range property. Range, open parentheses, then close parentheses. Now, again, comma. Now, argument 3 is column index number. Our column number index number is 2, comma. Now I'm going to use the fourth one, exact match, close parentheses, then enter. Try to run this code. See, the value is here 6. Delete this, change it to C. Oops, change it to C. Now run this code. Run 3. Change here to F. Now run this code. Run. Oops, it means now we are using some inbuilt function which can't be used directly, which only can be used through application.worksheet function. So this is the function part. Now we are going to proceed with user defined function. Now let's move on to user defined function. Again, we are going to use the Vlookup, but now we are going to make a customized function like this. Just we will select our value and it will tell the value from this column. So now let's start, maximize it. Now this time we are not going to use sub property, we are going to use function property. Whenever we are going to create a function in VBA, then we have to use the function property, that is function. Now I'm going to use find value this select value, enter. I have wrongly written, enter. Now function property, so I'm going to create a function here called find value. So which function you are creating, the name of the function should be here and the argument always should be in the bracket like this. Whenever you are dealing with Excel, see, my always my formula name is outside the parentheses and my all arguments are inside my parentheses. So this time the same method. See, whenever we are creating a formula, then we have to define the variable as similar as this. So this can trace it. This value should be equal to this value. Now we are going to use the again VLOOKUP application dot worksheet function. Now we are going to talk about a character. Whenever we seems that our line of code is taller, or our line of code length is so big, we can't continue with the same line. We have to press enter. As directly you will press the enter. Now see the compile error. You have to use underscore. Now underscore means this line of code is not end here. You have to write your code below the line. Now it means simply enter will not going to work. You have to always use the underscore key. Now application dot worksheet function dot we have already mentioned here. Now we look up, or we look up. Now see argument 1. Here we don't have the argument 1 since we have not used any value till yet. We have not even selected my cell. So if we realize that if our function is like this, find value, select value, so what is my value? My value will be select dot value, select underscore value, right? So select underscore value. If you don't understand this part, I'm going to again explain you, but just complete this function with the help. Now again cheat this here, copy, paste, close parentheses, then enter. See, let's try find value here. Now see, here is 3 value, find value is here. Find value means, see, here is the our, here is our select value. Find value, our find value, and select value is bracket value. So in VLOOKUP, my value is select value is what? Always this. So it means whenever you are going to create a formula, then this variable should be equal to this name, and this arguments always be equal to this name. Why? Since the value of selecting the cell like B1, C1, D1, we will mention where we are going to mention, we are going to mention here. So this is the value, this is the user defined function. So now run, uh, find value, so select value and enter. Now let's try D here, find value, perfect. Now try here, H. Now find value. See, now employee can use directly this function, enter. You have customized your VLOOKUP now. People see that you have created a formula, but it is not find value. Only one argument now. Perfect. All answers are perfect. So keep enjoying.